Hello everybody, East Blue Studios here today, and back with another review. Today we're doing my 40th subscriber video. Thank you guys so much for 40 subscribers. I'm just grateful. Anyway, let's get into the review. Today we'll be reviewing SHF Kid Naruto, the #1 most unpredictable ninja. Here's the side, back real quick, other side, front. Alright, let's get him out of the packaging. Here he is out of the packaging. No fancy poses, as you can see, just straight out of the packaging. First impression, he looks great. I know I say that a lot, but he looks, again, like he's jumped straight out of the anime. Naruto was my first anime, so I do have a special place for this rascal. Yeah. He looks great, but before we get into the articulation, let's take a look at all of his accessories. Alright, taking a look at the accessories, we obviously get the two basic fists that come on the figure, and he has a normal smirking face. Starting off with the faces, we'll start. We have just a good old smiling face, very nice. Then we have a, kind of calling out, angry, yelling face. Not very angry, but he is yelling out. Then we get Angry Naruto. This is his nine-tail form. He is sculpted very well. You get the extra slash marks where his whiskers should be. I don't know, it's not really explained. Then moving over to his comedic expression, let's see if this will focus. Every Naruto figure should get one of these. I'm pretty sure Kakashi came with one, and Naruto came with one. Moving on to his hands, you get, I'll just do one, a claw hand with his nails sticking out for his Nine Tails mode. Then he gets two just relaxed open hands, the two fists obviously. Then he gets a grip holding hand for the kunai, and two jutsu hands. Moving on to the weapons, you get the kunai, sculpted very nice, and in order to put it into the hand, you just pull out this peg, and then slide the hand on, put the peg back in, and it's a kunai. Then you get his Rasengan. Sorry about my fingers, I was working on my custom Shinjuku Gojo for another video. Then you have a hand specifically made to hold the Rasengan. Let's see if it'll fit. There you go. Then you get a kind of like head scratching, hair scratching hand. Then you have one for fixing your bandana, his headband, or wiping the blood away from his mouth. Alright, so that's all of the accessories. Let's get into the posability. Alright, coming back in, let's start with the articulation. So, let's adjust this. Alright, so with the articulation for his head, he can look up. Oh, ow. Very sharp, be careful. Ow. Why do anime characters always have sharp, spiky hair? He can look up about that much. Then he can look down that much. So basically no looking down. It's on a ball joint, very stiff one at that, and his neck does move to help him kind of look down. Not really, it doesn't even help much, and the faceplate falls off also. So yeah, there's not much, especially with this thick collar. Also, going down to the abdomen, crunch that much without the lower half. Then with the lower half, you get about that much. So that's pretty good for posability. And this piece is the same with Kakashi's. It just sits on his waist. And then it contains the kunai, or the shuriken pouch. And it has the, basically like the marking mark. Oh, man, I don't even know what it's called. But basically it shows that this whole thing belongs to them. And which is good because for Kakashi it was up here, but on Naruto it's on the inside of that pouch, so it's not anywhere else on the figure, which makes it seamless, which is good. Very baggy. His arms, he goes up about that much. It pops down. You can move it up. Bicep swivel. Very swivel. Then he has a double jointed elbow crunch, which is very nice. It's good. Then you got the cuff, and I think, yeah, no, I thought it did swivel, but it doesn't. The wrist peg, basic wrist peg, and then the fist. Same as the other arm. Moving lower, we got his legs go up about that much and back about that much, so not a lot. He can do a almost perfect split, so that's nice, especially for a ninja who has to be agile. He has a swivel here, bicep swivel, sorry, blank there for a second. Double jointed knees, which gets him into very low squatting positions, especially with the ab crunch combined, makes him really small. Kunai pouch is done very nicely, sticks out, but it doesn't get in the way. Then here, this is what I was thinking of up here, there's a swivel right there, like an ankle swivel. Not really, that's not an ankle, that's a shin swivel. That I don't think that's what it's officially called. Then it pivots here, rotates, kind of, it swivels, and then toe articulation. Alright, so that's his articulation. Let's get into, we're gonna compare sizes with Kakashi, and then final thoughts. Putting him up right next to Kakashi for a size comparison, you can tell that, I don't know if you guys would notice, but he is too tall. Especially since normal Naruto is the same height as the Kakashi, which shouldn't be. At least either make a re-release of Kakashi and make him taller, or a re-release of Naruto and make him shorter, because he is supposed to be short, not that tall. In the anime, he is probably more like that tall, and they made him very tall with Kakashi. Moving on with Naruto. Final thoughts. Should you pick up the SHF Naruto Uzumaki? I'd say yes, if you're a fan. If you're not a fan of this version of Naruto, don't get him. Obviously, he's not the best. I'd say he's mediocre along with the Kakashi figure, and let me tell you why, at least just for my copy. This little thing, fragile, snapped off. It's being held on by a thread. Not good. This here doesn't move anymore. I had to glue that in place, and here's why. For this leg, you see that? It's screwed in, but it's just a peg. So it gives it wiggle and it moves. For this leg, they made it a screw. So this top screws in to this leg. Let me tell you something about hardware. When you try screwing a metal screw into plastic over and over and over again for when you're moving the leg, you know what happens? It strips. So many copies have this leg problem because they decided, hey, no screw here, screw here. So because of the screw here, mine broke. And it didn't break. It still works. It's just because of the screw stripping the plastic, it wouldn't screw back onto his leg. If you do get him, be very careful with this. Maybe like if you move it out and do it like a 360, make sure you turn it back around because you don't want to strip it to where it falls off. Yeah, not good Tamashii Nations. You need to fix that if you do a re-release. And then the faceplates. This face, let's see. Here, I'll take them off. This face is very loose. Now, it's not noticeably loose, but it's still loose. Also, these 3 faceplates are the only good faceplates because look at the sideburns. All 3 sideburns are yellow. Now, let me put on his scared expression. Also, really tight to get into. There's a seam there, and look, it's orange, and there's paint dripping on the ear. Orange hair. I don't know why they switched up on that. I don't know why they switched up on that. And then, especially for this, look at that. It's also orange. And it doesn't align correctly with the headband. Like, what? What the heck? Tamashii, fix this. I'm not asking for another copy, but gosh, make a re-release for the people to fix it. It's a huge problem. I don't even know if anybody else is talking about it. But it's a huge problem. You need to fix it, definitely, with, what if I wanted to use this, and then it looks bad? The scared expression has drippage on the ear. Horrible, work there, guys. I don't know why mine is bad. Yours might not be bad. Mine was pretty bad. Same issues with the Kakashi. The second head barely fit on. This thing broke off while I'm trying to pose. His leg also broke the same way Naruto's does. And it's weird because it's a different leg. This leg broke. Not the one with that. So I don't know. If you're seeing this, Tamashii, which you probably aren't, fix Naruto. What you guys doing? Fix him. Anyway, I'm sorry this is such a sucky review. I don't even really want to pose him. Do some glamour shots, I guess. I'll do, like, a couple, but come on. They could have done better with this. And it's such a great figure, too. Like, he looks amazing, but he just sucks with posability. The Raidon Onigashima Luffy is better with posability than him, because he's not as fragile. Alright, let's get into the glamour shots.